Lillian NM Valley. My topic is cell phone users should be prohibited from using cell phones while driving. General purpose. Cell phone users should be prohibited from using their cell phone while driving by all states so that drivers can have thorough concentration on business of driving. Specific purpose. To inform the audience, members of my speech about the cost of cell phones using while operating in a vehicle. Central idea. Cell phone using while driving must be banned because it can be very distracting, contributing to erratic driving and recklessness. Introduction. Several years ago, one of my co-workers was going home from Christmas shopping at Highland Mall in Central Texas, Austin. She had her 2-year-old daughter and then 10-month son with her. She lived in far north Austin East of I-35, about 15 miles away from Mall. As she was driving home, she felt the urge to call a friend. She confessed she always does. In heat of conversation, she made her exit due to her total concentration on the cell phone, that by the time she realized it, she was already leaving Georgetown, going towards Dallas. On another occasion, this co-worker told me how she almost ran over a public school in a school zone in Pflugerville, Texas. The city has audience against using cell phones, that the yellow light was flashing. The motorcycle police officer was behind her, trying to pull her over until she stopped at the daughter's school. Of course, she never knew that the police guy was behind her. Both cases ended with no one getting killed or injured, but things could have been worse than $200 traffic fee. Driving an automobile using a cell phone is very unwise and unsafe. Decisions that can lead to the death of someone. It's so bad that a total nationwide ban this dangerous habit, in only to stop people who refuse to understand that their action contributes to hazardous distraction, erratic driving, and reckless habits. Cell phones are very important to our way of life in today's technology society. They keep us in constant contact with our outside world. They help us to keep track of our family members in emergency time, and they want to reach us. Cell phones are, however, hazardous if we use while driving. They are dangerous, contributing to erratic driving and reckless. Fourth, cell phones are dangerous because the driver who should focus on driving becomes distracted to a point he or she might no longer be aware of our environment. Next, cell phone use contributes to erratic and aggressive driving. Some drivers, while on cell phone, talking or texting, tend to have slow reaction time when dealing with the rest of the traffic flow. 3. The reckless behavior that are linked to cell phone use, like texting while driving, have resulted in an accident, injuries, and serious death. And finally, with these distractions associated with cell phones, such as social networking sites, the need to update Facebook profile and other technology that impact our everyday activities, it is important that government bans cell phones using while driving. Much of the information I'm going to share with you today came from www.myclinic.com and www.insurancejournal.com. Body. First, driving while on cell phone is very dangerous and has been linked to distracting drivers while in a major cause of accident. It has been statistically reported that distracted drivers claim about 5,500 slaps every year and about 500,000 injuries. Mayo Clinic Medical Age, November 2011. According to a report on Teen Post, texting while driving research suggests that distractions such as texting may be an even greater threat to teenagers than to other drivers. Peer influences also may play a role. The more passengers in the car, the more likely young drivers are used to cell phones while driving. Talk to your teens about consequences of texting while driving. Monitor your teens' behavior and set clear rules and consequences, such as revoking driving privileges if your teen texts while driving. Unquote www.myclinic.com. With distracting driving, when the cell phone rings, the drivers, especially teen and women, tend to look off the road and to 55 miles an hour. That single act may kill someone. Also, a quote research has concluded that listening to someone on the other end of the cell phone reduces the brain activity associated while driving by more than 1/3. It has also shown that hands-free devices don't eliminate the danger of distraction. Unquote. And the report spoke in support of nationwide ban on cell phone use while driving. www.postgaza.com. Furthermore, cell phone use while driving has led to several deaths where the driver was not sure for how it happened. Secondly, use of cell phone while driving has been linked to erratic driving. Use of cell phone while driving has been compared to driving with blood alcohol level of 0.08. Above, the behavior of the drivers are similar. 2. On a severe recent conduct by www.insurancejournal.com, quote, 4 out of 5 respondents, 82%, who admitted to using their cell phone while driving said their behaviors would change if cell phone users were restricted by law. Unquote. This is powerful incentive to ban this behavior. 3. However, the pervasive use of cell phone and other devices while driving has changed how we operate in our cars. Drivers have even incorporated other dangerous habits such as quote, cell phone using is only one of the many bad habits, unquote, leading to erratic driving by the U.S. driver, said Robert Passmore, Senior Director of Personal Line for PCI. He also said that, quote, distracting driving is a serious problem, and in our increasingly mobile world, it is becoming the norm, unquote. Banning cell phone using while driving by all states coupled with a strong penalty and enforcement will help. See, reckless behavior such as playing games on the cell phone, listening to music, texting, and taking pictures with a cell phone while driving are dangerous. This reckless action can make one get into an accident where someone may die, including the driver in the same amount of time it took to use the cell phone. Due to the negligence of those that use their cell phone, people's lives are constantly being put to risk, including other motorists and pedestrians. It was also reported that those that use hands-free cell phones are even more erratic with their driving because they have to redial their phones many times when compared with those with handheld cell phones. 4. In addition, drivers who use cell phones while driving are less likely to notice road signs, billboards, or see pedestrians. Conclusion. In conclusion, we all understand the important part that cell phone play in our lives today. But cell phones are also hazardous if we use while driving. They are dangerous, contribute to erratic driving, and reckless. 4. Driving while on cell phone is very dangerous and has been linked to distract driving, which are major cause of accidents. 2. Next, use of cell phone while driving has been linked to erratic driving. Then, reckless behavior, such as playing game on cell phone, listening to music, taking pictures while driving with a cell phone are dangerous. Finally, we tend to not think of our vehicle as a weapon, but if used poorly, as stated above, the situation can be hazardous. B. Personally, I have been very close to a reckless 18-wheeler on I-35 who almost ran over my little Honda Fit. When I caught up with him later due to heavy traffic, I noticed that he not only was on his phone, his ears were also plugged with phone buds, and he was oblivious of what almost happened. Work citation. Distract driving stem from more than cell phone use. Insurance says. Web 07-2012. John Smith texting while driving. Being just around the corner. Thank you.